From unsettling encounters with strange humanoids lurking in the North Georgia woods to the jaw-dropping footage of a man stuck in a wall, and even the strange and mysterious wonders of the natural world. Playing with fireworks might annoy your neighbors, but it can also disturb creatures you definitely don't want to mess with, like these unfortunate boys.
What the fuck? What the hell? What the hell?
This YouTube video captures a terrifying encounter between two boys and an unknown creature in the North Georgia woods. It's nighttime, and the boys are setting off fireworks when they hear a deep, menacing growl from the distance.
Yeah. Wait. Did you hear that?
Despite the chilling sound, they decide to investigate. To their horror, they stumble upon a tall humanoid creature with completely white skin. Surprisingly, the boys initially react with laughter and attempt to provoke the creature.
Oh yeah, I did it!
This quickly backfires as the creature becomes agitated and gives chase. The boys finally realize the gravity of the situation and run for their lives. This creature was seriously creepy, covered in a red substance that made it look straight out of a zombie movie. Lesson learned: don't mess with fireworks in the woods. You never know what terrifying creatures might be lurking there. Visiting a park for a calm and peaceful experience with your family sounds idyllic, right? But who would expect the Earth to explode, sending debris hundreds of miles into the sky?
Run, 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 run! Shit!
Unbelievable. This terrifying footage was captured by a tourist in Yellowstone National Park. They witnessed something they'll never forget. The ground erupted, hurling rocks and smoke high into the air. People panicked, scrambling for safety. The aftermath is shocking. The boardwalk is covered in debris, with huge rocks scattered everywhere. This happened on July 23, 2024. A hydrothermal explosion at Biscuit Basin caused this chaos. Water rapidly turned to steam in the shallow underground system, creating a powerful blast. It sent grapefruit-sized rocks flying hundreds of feet, and some massive boulders landed nearby. The explosion was terrifying, and it's a stark reminder of nature's raw power. Radiation from radioactive material is terrifying. It's like a silent killer, slowly destroying cells one by one, and before you realize it, the damage is irreversible. This fish from 1946 is a chilling testament to this invisible threat. This isn't an ordinary X-ray. It's a haunting self-portrait captured on film. This is a puffy surgeonfish, its body transformed into a ghostly glow by the radiation it absorbed. The bright spot in its belly is where it stored algae, but the eerie radiance across its entire body reveals the horrifying truth. It's become a radioactive ghost. Despite its vibrant appearance, this fish was a victim of a nuclear test at Bikini Atoll. It was poisoned with radiation, turning it into a deadly soup. The fish, unable to escape, became a living, breathing X-ray, a haunting reminder of the catastrophic consequences of atomic power. Have you ever done something incredibly stupid, only to realize your mistake a moment too late? Well, these tourists from Pune, India, took things to a whole new level of regret. It's a scene straight out of a horror movie. These poor souls found themselves in the middle of a man-made waterfall, or at least it felt like it. They were climbing the steps of Ragad Fort, enjoying a seemingly normal day, when nature decided to throw a curveball. A sudden, torrential downpour transformed the staircase into a raging river leaving these tourists clinging desperately to railings and even scaling fences for survival. Imagine being trapped high up on a mountain with the relentless force of water bearing down on you. There's no escape, no way to call for help. The sheer terror must have been overwhelming. With the steep incline of the mountain, the water pressure is immense. One slip and they would be swept away, plummeting hundreds of feet to their doom. It's a nightmare scenario that's hard to comprehend until you witness it firsthand. When we hear the word fish, most of us envision those adorable toothless creatures with cute, goopy faces. However, this video from an aquarium will turn them into your worst nightmare. This footage was recorded by a tourist at a fish aquarium in Japan when they stumbled upon a truly bizarre group of fish. The video showcases a group of fish with glowing eyes and a rather dark aura, staring intently outwards at something. These fish are fixated on something outside the tank, and they seem to desire it. They resemble those zombies, like just look at their lifeless stare and those glowing eyes, creating an eerie atmosphere. The dark, foggy tank adds to the nightmarish appearance of these creatures. Imagine waking up at night to find them all watching you from the aquarium. It's terrifying. After watching this video, I might lose my appetite for fish dishes, no lie. Boeing planes are notorious for controversial construction failures, and this video from a passenger speaks volumes. That's undeniably a loose bolt. This footage was captured by a passenger on a Boeing plane just as it was about to take off. The camera zooms in on the plane's wing, revealing a loose bolt protruding from its surface. Clearly, it hasn't been tightened properly and appears on the verge of falling off. Anyone on board would be terrified, as even on a massive aircraft like this, a tiny bolt can trigger a catastrophic disaster. While I suspect there are 4 or 5 other bolts around it for reinforcement, this single loose one poses a significant risk. Boeing has admitted that countless crashes were due to design flaws, claiming to have rectified the issue. However, this video suggests otherwise. This video will convince you not to ignore random calls on the street, thinking it's just your imagination. Perhaps it's someone trapped in a wall.
Where are you? There's somebody in the wall. Help is on the way.
Incredibly, this person was literally stuck in a wall. This video was captured by a man riding his scooter when he heard someone calling for help from an alleyway. However, upon looking inside, he found no one there. The video shows people shining flashlights on a graffiti-covered wall as cries for help emanate from within. It appeared as if someone was trapped inside the wall and calling for assistance. The cameraman confirmed the voice and called for help. When the police and fire department arrived, they demolished the wall to find the person trapped inside. He had been stuck for a staggering 19 hours before help arrived, with the rescue operation taking another 2 hours. Thankfully, the person was safe and unharmed, but the question remains: how on earth did he end up in a wall? There was a small gap between the wall and the adjacent building, and the man had fallen into it, becoming trapped. I mean, thank goodness this cameraman heard his cries, or who knows who would have realized there was a person inside a literal wall. I'm not a big fan of letting your dog outside at night. You simply can't trust the wild, and this video is the perfect example. This horrifying footage comes from a home security camera. It's nighttime, and we see a mountain lion casually walking up to the house gate. With a swift pounce, it leaps onto the fence wall and begins surveying the property. The lion lingers on the wall for quite a while before charging at something unseen. It disappears behind the wall, only to reappear moments later with the homeowner's dog in its mouth. The video ends there. It's a truly heartbreaking sight, and I can't imagine the owners suffering. Small dogs and cats are prime targets for these animals, and even smaller predators like owls, eagles, and bears can pose a threat to smaller breeds. Please keep your dog safe inside, especially at night. Hazy, muddy water is always creepy because you never know what's lurking beneath the surface. But when it comes to the Everglades, things get downright terrifying.
Hey, oh my goodness, look at that fuzzy face.
This video was recorded by a woman paddling through the Everglades when she encountered something underwater that nearly stopped her heart. The water is murky, and there's this massive shape lurking below, barely visible. It looks like a giant alligator stalking her, waiting for the perfect moment to launch an attack. But as the creature surfaces, we realize it's not an alligator at all, just a cute manatee. Manatees are usually shy and calm, so the woman got lucky this time. Imagine if it had been an alligator. That would have been a brutal show in the Everglades, exactly as the place is known for. Nature never ceases to amaze and baffle us. Just when we think we've seen it all, it throws us another curveball, like this incredible video of a snake climbing a tree. I've never seen anything like it. Captured by a stunned hiker, this bizarre scene shows a snake coiling around a tree trunk before uncoiling and propelling itself upward in a swirling motion. It's almost hypnotic to watch as it repeats this process, seemingly effortlessly. Scientists believe snakes grip trees by contracting their muscles, similar to how we humans grip a rope. It's mesmerizing to observe this unique climbing technique. But try imagining yourself up that tree with that snake chasing you. Pure nightmare fuel. It's incredible how diverse birth processes can be across different creatures. Some hatch from eggs, while others are born from a womb. But have you ever witnessed a stingray giving birth?
You ever seen that before? No. Did this one stay around or this one swim off?
That was incredible. This video shows a stingray upside down in the water with these strange tentacle-like things emerging from its body. A few seconds later, 3 adorable baby stingrays emerge one by one and start swimming immediately. It's fascinating to see how they're born upside down and how quickly the babies adapt. Female stingrays typically have 1 litter per year with 2 to 6 pups in each. They're ovoviviparous, meaning the eggs hatch inside the mother's body. Nature is sure full of surprises. Who would thought the ultimate horsepower to defeat an alligator would come in the form of a horse? Captured by a lucky tourist, this video shows a seemingly ordinary scene of horses grazing until a hidden threat is revealed. An alligator disguised among them. One alert horse senses the danger and charges, unleashing a series of powerful stomps that send the alligator into the ground. The dust kicked up by each impact emphasizes the sheer force behind those hooves. It's a shocking display of nature's raw power. While it's undeniably impressive, I can't help but feel sorry for the gator. It wasn't attacking anyone. It was just minding its own business. It seems mammals have a keen sense for reptiles. Like dogs that instinctively react to snakes, this horse likely detected the alligator as a threat, primarily through scent, but also by sight. We've all pondered what the end of the world might look like, but I never imagined it would involve jellyfish taking over our waters. This isn't a scene from a science fiction movie. It's a real video of a beach overrun by thousands of jellyfish. The water is completely filled with these tiny creatures, and it's even more astonishing from above, where the entire surface is covered in them. It's like something out of a nightmare. What's going on? Is there some kind of underwater feast happening? Well, it turns out these jellyfish feed on a wide variety of organisms and can survive in low oxygen conditions. This means they thrive in polluted, nutrient-rich waters that are uninhabitable for many other ocean dwellers, including their natural predators. So their population is exploding. It's surreal to see them in such overwhelming numbers. Can you imagine taking a swim in that? Yikes! You never know what's going on inside an animal's head, especially when it comes to turkeys doing bizarre things like in this video.
Bro, I swear to God, this turkey has been attached to this grave, circling it for like 10... I just started looking 10 minutes ago.
This video, filmed in a cemetery, captures a truly strange spectacle involving a turkey and a tomb. A woman in the video explains that the turkey has been circling a specific grave for about 10 minutes. We can see the turkey pacing and circling around the tombstone, as if drawn to something buried there. People in the comments speculate that the turkey is somehow hearing a grave punishment, but I doubt that's the case. It's more likely the turkey is picking up a scent from the grave, or mistaking something for another turkey. The gravestone is very shiny, almost like a mirror, and turkeys might be seeing their own reflection and trying to figure out what it is. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Your phone slips from your hand and plunges into the deep sea. No worries, a real-life superhero is about to swoop in. This incredible video was captured by a group of tourists on a boat in Norway when one of them dropped their phone overboard. Watch as a beluga whale surfaces with the same iPhone in its mouth and swims towards the astonished tourists. The whale gently delivers the phone and even gives a cute smile, as if saying, "Don't lose it again." It's the kind of story no one would believe without this video. Whales are known for their curiosity and friendly nature. They're one of the most vocal whales, earning the nickname Canaries of the Sea. I wouldn't mind having a beluga pet. Some people think mirrors are just for admiring their beauty, but others believe they're portals to other realities. This video might just support that idea.
That's reflecting on this Boston Pizza. I seriously don't see that car anywhere.
Did you see that? This video was captured by a driver parked in a parking lot when they noticed something strange reflected in a store window. In the video, we clearly see the reflection of an orange Corvette, but when the camera pans around, there's no Corvette, or any orange car for that matter, in the parking lot. It's really weird. Commenters have been speculating, but I like one theory that suggests the reflection shows a black SUV parked behind the orange Corvette. If that's true, it's just a case of a hidden car. But if not, well, maybe we're getting a glimpse of another dimension showing off their fancy vehicles. Ever wondered what a beaver's wet dream would look like? This video from Alajuela might just show you. A Reddit user uploaded this video of a massive mudslide. The mudslide is filled with sticks and logs, creating a chaotic river of wood. The water is almost completely obscured by the sheer volume of logs, making it look like a wooden river. You can even see part of a bridge being damaged by the force of the mudslide, which was closed as a precaution. Heavy rainfall caused excessive water runoff. leading to this landslide. Water naturally seeks the easiest path, accumulating in certain areas and forming rivers. Wood floats on the water, dragging other debris with it. I wonder if anyone collects all this wood after it ends up in the water. Fireworks are breathtaking to watch as they illuminate the sky, but they're a different story when one suddenly comes hurtling towards you. This video was captured at a 4th of July celebration at Brigham Young University in Utah. The video shows fighter jets flying over the stadium, followed by a fireworks display. As the fireworks explode in the sky, one malfunctions and heads straight for the audience in the stands, striking just 2 rows behind the cameraman. Approximately 45,000 people were in attendance, and 6 people were taken to the hospital with undisclosed injuries. The malfunctioning firework shot towards the stands in the blink of an eye, leaving no time for anyone to react. Fireworks are beautiful to watch, but after seeing this video, I'm definitely keeping my distance. When luck is on your side, you move differently, just like this guy who narrowly escaped disaster during an axe throwing attempt. This video shows a man throwing an axe at an Axeville when he has a close call. As he throws the axe, it bounces back towards his head. With lightning-fast reflexes, he catches the axe just inches from his face. His friend, standing nearby, is shocked but impressed by his quick thinking. This was a terrifying near miss, and it makes me anxious just watching it. These axe-throwing cabins aren't safe enough. They should have metal fencing to prevent the axe from bouncing back. We just got one of these places in my area, and I was excited to try it out. But after seeing this, I'm not so sure anymore. Our world is packed with mysteries. Bermuda Triangle, ghosts, aliens, Loch Ness Monster, the list goes on. Just when we think the Bigfoot legend is fading, a new video surfaces to reignite the debate. Here's the latest one. A trucker is driving through the countryside at night, his truck's headlights cutting through the darkness. It looks like he's passing a worksite, with trees lining both sides of the road and scattered equipment and sheds. As the truck turns, the dashcam captures something eerie. I doubt the driver even noticed. Focus on the center of the screen, between those trees. Is that a large Sasquatch or something even more sinister? The video claims it's Bigfoot, but I'm not convinced. This thing looks way scarier. Encountering a Bigfoot is terrifying, sure, but this is next level horror. That face, that body, it's more like an evil ghost than Bigfoot. Regardless, here's another clip to add to the thousands that keep the Bigfoot mystery alive. Talking of sinister things, what do you think hell would look like? There's no accurate description, and for good reason. If someone provided a first-hand account of hell, 2 things would be certain. 1, they've returned from the dead. 2, they were such a horrible human being that they ended up in hell. While the second seems plausible, the first is highly unlikely. But here's a clip that might come close to depicting what hell could look like. I'm not sure where this place is, but to me, this is what hell would look like. A place where time stands still, and you stare into the abyss of nothingness. Those chains serve as a constant reminder that you are bound to suffer in this void for eternity. The light at the end of the tunnel teases you with the possibility of breaking free, but you can't escape these shackles. This hopeless hope only aggravates the misery. Yes, this is what hell will be. It won't consist of monsters and cruel punishments. It will be a torment where you are left to ponder all your evil deeds for eternity. Tell me there's something worse than this. I'll wait. Speaking of hell, have you ever wondered if the descriptions of hell in religious scriptures are true? The underworld, a deep pit, where the unredeemed dead and the evil spirits of the damned are left to torment for eternity. While I can't say for sure, here's a clip that might make you wonder if it could be. So, this person seems to think there's something important to show here. Why else would he be recording an underpass on a snowy night and filming a car coming out of the tunnel? Now, he's heading towards a house. Snow everywhere. He approaches a manhole. Okay, what are those sounds? I have no answer for what those sounds are, and that's what makes this so creepy. What could be in those manholes making such eerie noises? I've never encountered anything like this before. Is this the real-life version of it? Is there a Pennywise living in those sewers? If you encountered this, would you dare investigate? What do you think? Is the line between literature and reality blurring? Is Stephen King the creator? Or are these noises from the dreaded underworld? While we're on the topic of the undead in movies, what are your views on zombies? Could zombies be real? While you ponder that, here's a video that might make you wonder if they could be. This was caught on a friend's trail cam on a ranch on private property. Now tell me that isn't a zombie. Look at it walk. I can't imagine a living person moving like that. And look at its torso and those thin limbs. Even in this grainy video, it looks half dead. But the most terrifying part is that it seems to be heading somewhere with a purpose. I just hope nobody crossed its path and it walked away into eternity. How many of us can say we came face to face with a mountain lion and came out unscathed? Well, this reporter did, and she didn't even realize it.
Into our live shot. I think it's a dog. I'm not sure. But anyway.
This reporter is live on the scene, covering flooding from Spring Lake, Utah County, in the middle of the night. During the broadcast, she stops and says a dog just walked in. That's no dog, lady. That's a mountain lion. She's continuing to report as the lion casually strolls around her. She has no idea how close she came to danger. I hope that if I ever find myself in danger, I'm as lucky as this woman was. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. If there was ever any doubt that we're living in a simulation, this video might put that question to rest.
Video that thing, Max.
I am. I got it.
Are you videoing it?
Yeah. Hold on. It is just sitting there. Alan, baby, watch the road.
A couple is driving on a highway, and the man excitedly spots something in the sky and urges the woman to record it. What is it? Well, it looks like a glitch in the Matrix. You see this plane just motionless, hovering in midair. Tell me that isn't a glitch in the Matrix. And listen to the man. He says another plane just sitting in the sky.
Another plane just sitting in the sky.
Hold on, watch the road. I got it, baby.
Are you freaking kidding me? That thing is just sitting there.
So, this is the second plane he's seen like this. This is baffling. Is there any logical explanation for this? I don't think this couple faked it. Could it be an illusion caused by the motion of the car and the plane? Unlikely, but possible. If this truly is a glitch in the Matrix, it could explain a lot of things we see on this channel. All could make sense if we're living in a Matrix. Next up is one of nature's majestic creatures giving us an up-close look.
Oh my God, Sissy, he's right here! Get off of my car!
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my God.
Go! What do I do?
These women in downtown Los Angeles had the time of their lives when a red-tailed hawk landed on the hood of their car and refused to leave for over 15 minutes. In those 15 minutes, it gave us an intimate view of its grandeur. Just look at this creature, so majestic and beautiful. Look at it staring right at the camera. It almost feels like it knows what you're thinking. The women drive around with it on the hood, trying various ways to get it off, but this hawk seems determined. It needs a ride to wherever it's going, and nothing can change its mind. The women even call their friends for advice, but nothing helps. All we can do is admire its beauty. Okay, finally, there it goes. Our next clip is probably from India, as the man is speaking in Hindi and humming an Indian song. But what he captures is far from a Bollywood song or dance. It's something that will make you think twice before venturing into the wild alone. Our man is in a happy-go-lucky mood, walking through a stream in a jungle. It looks like he's all by himself. Then he hears a strange sound, pans his camera around, and captures this. I've never heard of Bigfoot sightings in India. Sure, there are claims of Yetis in the Himalayas, but this is a rainforest. So seriously, what was that? They do have black bears, but bears don't hide and stalk you. Whatever it was clearly stalking him. And when he spotted it, it tried to hide behind a tree. From what we could see, it felt like we captured a Sasquatch on camera. True to its nature, it was hiding and didn't want to be seen. Yes, there's always the possibility that it was a human in a costume, and this was all staged. But where's the fun in that? Our next footage is one of the most convincing pieces of evidence I've come across after watching thousands of clips on this channel about the existence of ghosts and spirits. This video is claimed to be from a Malaysian driving school. This couple seem to be wandering around the school after dark. They go into the building, checking for something. Nobody seems to be in the building apart from them. Then they walk to another building, a little farther away, and go into what looks like a conference room. It has a few long tables and many chairs. After talking for some time, the guy leaves the girl and goes to another room to get something. This is when the spooky stuff starts happening. See that door? There's nobody in the room apart from the guy. Yet the door is closing and stops halfway as he turns around to see what's happening. He's spooked but doesn't think much of it. Then things escalate. The 3 computers in the room turn on by themselves. Now our guy is starting to panic. The computers then turn off. After he has left, one of the sofas moves. Then the door slams shut, and the lights go off. Okay, how do you explain that? This definitely isn't a staged video. One, if it is staged, the production value is on par with a movie studio. they'd have to rent out the entire facility, which would be mighty expensive. And this looked like one continuous shot, not a collection of clips. So how did they pull off chairs and tables flying in one continuous shot? This is real, and to me, this is one of the most credible videos I've come across. Any doubt I had about the existence of the supernatural vanished with just this one video. If you feel otherwise, change my mind. I'm all ears. This next video is a sight to behold and comes from Kenya. What you're seeing here isn't a bunch of pink helium balloons floating in the air. No, not at all. These are thousands of flamingos taking flight from a beach. A blanket of flamingos, if you will. Isn't this just stunning? Now, imagine how our planet looked 10,000 years ago, or even 50,000 years ago. What I mean is, imagine our world without human interference since the Industrial Revolution. How beautiful our planet must have been. Well, we can only wonder until someone invents a time machine. Just as we were discussing how humans have interfered with the natural world, this next video perfectly illustrates that point. These men are out on a walk with their dog when they spot a coyote following them. This is one bold coyote. No matter what they do, it just doesn't seem to go away. It keeps following them, unfazed by their dog's continuous barking. There are two ways to interpret this. One, you might dismiss it as a brave coyote chasing something for no reason. Two, you can see it for what it truly is. A sign of human encroachment into wild spaces. These wild animals have nowhere else to go but into our safe spaces. There's nothing left for them to hunt in the areas where they once found ample food. This coyote has ventured into town in search of sustenance. Now imagine if these men were not adults but children. How differently the story might have ended. Newspaper headlines could read, "Coyote attacks two boys and drags their dog away." We are the dominant species on this planet, and we have a responsibility to it. Soon, many of these species will go extinct. These animals play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. Their absence will be felt without the majority of predators. We will be left to contend with a massive, uncontrolled population of rodents. It's high time we learn our lesson. If there's any place where we should expect to see a lot of ghost videos, it would be the hospital. It's logical to think that a place where death is commonplace and a daily occurrence would be teeming with ghosts. Add to that the fact that most hospitals are full of cameras, and you'd expect a treasure trove of ghost footage. But that just doesn't seem to be the case. We only find a handful of ghost videos coming out of hospitals. However, here is a rare video from a hospital. Do you see that figure lurking in the room, playing hide and seek with our cameraman? That is no human being. For starters, it is translucent, and as it comes out, you can see the complete structure. So, is this what ghosts and spirits are? Translucent humanoid figures roaming the hallways for no reason? The aspect I find most astonishing about ghosts and spirits is, why do we see so few of them? Considering the fact that more people have died in history than are alive today, our world should be full of ghosts and spirits. Yet, we only catch a glimpse every now and then. So just curious, what do you think is the criteria for a person to become a ghost after they are dead? Let us know in the comments. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Next up is a strange phenomenon that I'm not sure how to categorize. It could be natural, supernatural, or otherworldly. I have no idea. Let's get right into it.
The sun is not up there, so where's the light coming from? So the light came from the rocket?
Oh, that's not.
And it's getting brighter too, like it's a portal into us or something. That's what it looks like.
What is this strange blue light in the sky? It could be sun rays passing through the clouds, but it's a clear sky with very few clouds. If it were sunlight, the whole sky should be illuminated with that strange blue hue. Also, the lady recording says the sun isn't out yet. She thinks it might be the tail smoke of some kind of rocket, or perhaps a portal of some sort opening up in the heavens. What do you think it is? I won't rule out otherworldly sources. Just consider this. There are 100 to 400 billion stars in our galaxy alone, and probably just as many planets. And beyond that, there are 2 trillion galaxies in the observable universe. The idea that ours is the only planet with life? I'm not buying it. There is life out there. The only question is, are they here? Here's a scene straight out of a fantasy movie, but it's real. This person is swimming in bioluminescent water. I'm not sure why the water is bioluminescent, but it's magical to look at. The only thing missing is a crescent moon and stars in the background. Enough said. Let's just take a moment to enjoy this. Watching a tornado tear through cities and fields is scary enough, but imagine being stuck right in its path, wondering how you'd survive. This video might give you some clues.
That's not you! Tornado! Fucking tornado! Stay low! Stay low!
An adventurous family was on a camping trip in the Canadian forest near Toronto. Little did they know, their peaceful getaway was about to take a wild turn. The video shows them setting up camp, enjoying the tranquility of the woods. Suddenly, the dad's phone pierces the calm with a thunderstorm warning.
Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning. Mobile coverage area, take cover immediately if threatening.
Panic flashes in his eyes as he spots a monstrous tornado churning in the distance. Thinking fast, Dad yells for his kids to get inside the camping hut and take cover. The tornado hits with a fury, the wind howling like a banshee as it wreaks havoc all around them. Huddled inside the hut, the family can only wait it out, their screams muffled by the deafening roar.
Oh, no, no, no! Please, no! Stay low! Stay low! No! Holy fuck!
Finally, when the noise dies down, they cautiously peek outside. The sight that greets them is unbelievable. Every single tree is flattened, the landscape completely transformed. Shaken but unharmed, they eventually make their way back home. The video ending there. This encounter has to be one of the most terrifying things ever. But one question lingers. How did their little hut survive such a monstrous twister? My guess is the base of the hut might be partially underground, anchoring it to the ground.
Tornado! Fucking tornado! Stay low!
Tornadoes are weird, man. The damage they cause can be unpredictable. On the road, seeing a car coming your way from the opposite lane is pretty straightforward. Just swerve a bit and you're good. But at sea, things get a whole lot trickier.
Hey! Hey!
This intense video captures a near disaster between a tiny fishing boat and a giant cargo ship. The footage shows the massive ship bearing down on the little fishing boat. The fishermen are clearly freaking out, yelling their lungs out at the behemoth to change course. but the distance is too great, and there's no way the ship's crew can hear their desperate pleas. The giant ship continues on its path, and just like that, it slams into the fishing boat with a sickening crunch. The fishermen are screaming, but it's too late. Luckily, the waves seem to give the fishing boat a slight nudge, pushing it just enough out of the way to avoid a total wipeout. The giant ship barely even notices the bump, just leaving a nasty scrape on the side of the smaller vessel. Now, I can't help but wonder if the fishing boat had some kind of mechanical issue. Maybe they could have steered away instead of just yelling. Either way, that massive ship coming straight at them must have been the stuff of nightmares for those fishermen. They'll probably be telling that story for years to come. We've all seen videos of people rescuing animals, and it's definitely a good thing. But what if the animal, well, isn't exactly cooperating? This hilarious video doing the rounds on TikTok shows a guy trying to help a sheep with a unique sense of direction. The scene opens with a sheep hopelessly stuck in a large gap in the ground. The guy uses all his might, a strap, and some serious arm strength to finally pull the sheep free. As the sheep gets free, it takes off running, all happy and relieved, right into another gap, just a bit further down the path. Talk about a deja vu moment. The guy helping out can't help but burst into laughter, and that's where the video cuts off. Listen, I know sheep aren't exactly known for their rocket science skills, but falling back into the same hole you just escaped from, that's some next level confusion. Hopefully, the guy managed to snag the sheep again, and maybe this time they could discuss a different escape route. Our brains are amazing at filling in the blanks. We see something unfamiliar, and bam! Our minds are off to the races, trying to make sense of it. This video is a perfect example. So what did you think came bounding out of the jungle? Venom. Straight out of the movie. Well, hold on, because things aren't always what they seem. Yup, that wasn't Venom crashing the tourist party, but a white-cheeked spider monkey. A tourist on a forest tour captured this whole thing on camera. He heard some rustling in the bushes, started filming, and out pops this creature looking like it could be Venom's long-lost cousin. But as it gets closer to the camera, you can see it's just a spider monkey with some interesting markings. Those white cheeks definitely played a trick on our brains at first, appearing like eyes on a black body. But white-cheeked spider monkeys, as the name suggests, have white fur on their cheeks, along with their forehead and chin. The rest of their fur is typically dark brown or black. Like all spider monkeys, they're known for their long limbs and prehensile tails, which help them swing effortlessly through the trees. The funniest part of the video was when at the very end, the monkey gets close to the camera, and it just casually swats at it. Can you imagine telling everyone you got a friendly tap from Venom? Now that's a story to tell. Have you ever seen something so bizarre that your brain just goes nope, can't compute? Well, buckle up, because this video is a brain cardio.
What the hell is this?
Seriously, what in the world is this thing? A woman in Las Vegas, Nevada captured this footage on the side of the road. In the video, we see a strange creature unlike anything I've ever seen before. It's completely black, with a gooey, slug-like body and a bunch of tentacles wriggling everywhere. It doesn't even have a clear head or tail. It just kind of oozes around using its tentacles to move. It's seriously creepy and unsettling. I did some serious internet sleuthing, but I couldn't find anything even remotely close to this creature. So, the big question: is this something from another planet, or a deep-sea dweller that somehow ended up on dry land? If any of you cryptozoology enthusiasts out there have a clue what this might be, leave a comment and enlighten the rest of us. Hikers, listen up. Leaving your camera unattended on the ground might not be the best idea, especially in grizzly country. You never know when a curious bear might mistake it for a tasty snack. This video, captured in British Columbia by a GoPro left a little too close for comfort, shows exactly why. We start with a beautiful shot. A peaceful landscape with trees in the distance. But things get interesting when a massive grizzly bear wanders into the frame. The bear casually strolls around, seemingly on the hunt for some lunch. Then, another grizzly joins the scene, batting the GoPro camera with its paw and sending it tumbling. The first bear doesn't seem too impressed at first, continuing its exploration for a minute. But then, curiosity gets the better of it. The bear picks up the camera in its mouth, giving us a fascinating point of view, a glimpse of the world from a grizzly's perspective. The bear carries the camera around for a good 6 minutes, dropping it, sniffing it, and even giving it a few tentative nibbles. Luckily, the GoPro survives the ordeal. This is some seriously unique footage. A bear's eye view of the wild and a close-up look at those powerful jaws. I bet the hiker who owns this camera will definitely think twice about leaving it unattended next time. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Imagine 30 or 40 years ago if someone told you they saw a headless animal running around. You'd probably think they were crazy, right? Well, times have changed, as now we have video evidence just like this one. This mysterious video, shot in Japan by an unknown person, comes from an industrial site. The camera pans across some machinery, then zooms in on a railroad track, and that's where things get weird. We see a creature, what appears to be an elk, running across the tracks and into the woods. But here's the creepy thing, it has no head. The elk's body seems to be moving normally, but where its neck should be, there's nothing. So, is this truly a headless elk living its best headless life? Now, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say no. My guess is this is more of an illusion than anything. Maybe the elk's head is just bent way down, like it's sniffing the ground, creating the illusion of a headless body. It's definitely a possibility. But hey, if that's not the case, then maybe we do have some creepy headless elk running around out there. There's no denying it. Nature can be downright confusing sometimes. But other times it takes your breath away with its sheer beauty, like this incredible view of the northern lights.
Oh my god. Look at that purple.
Wow, right? This video, captured on Senja Island in Norway, showcases a mesmerizing display of the aurora borealis. We see the camera person opening a shed door, and they're greeted by this breathtaking light show dancing across the night sky. Green, purple. It looks like something out of a fantasy movie. It might seem like magic, but there's actually a scientific explanation. When a solar storm hurls charged particles towards Earth, some get trapped in our planet's magnetic field lines at the poles. These particles collide with gases in the atmosphere, creating the dazzling light show we know as the Northern Lights. Honestly, after seeing this video, I'm tempted to cancel all my plans and book the next flight to Senja. Anyone else feeling that urge to see this natural wonder in person? Have you ever stumbled upon something so unsettling that the urge to grab a flamethrower and incinerate it becomes overwhelming? Well, this video is about to deliver exactly that. What on earth is that? This footage, captured by a villager in Thailand, showcases a bizarre gathering in his field. The video reveals a pulsating mass of hundreds of worms writhing together, forming a single grotesque entity. Each individual worm writhes in unison, creating a truly unsettling spectacle. Now, hold on a creepy, crawly minute. While the sight might be stomach-churning, these aren't actually worms. They're a large cluster of centipedes. This behavior, known as aggregation, is a common survival tactic for centipedes. They huddle together for protection from predators, to conserve moisture in dry environments, or to find more suitable living conditions. Environmental changes like heavy rainfall, flooding, or droughts can trigger this mass gathering as their usual habitat becomes disrupted. While the science behind it is fascinating, I can't deny the initial urge to torch the whole thing, just to erase the memory. Ever heard the saying, when life throws you lemons, make lemonade? Well, in Thailand, nature just threw a whole lot of fish their way. This video, captured by a local, shows a scene straight out of a fish lover's dream. A Thai beach is teeming with small fish. A literal frenzy where there seems to be more fish than water. Everyone's buzzing with excitement, scooping up as many fish as their buckets can hold. The fish are practically leaping out of the water, creating a chaotic yet exhilarating spectacle. It's a fishy free-for-all, with people practically stepping on them in their haste. But what caused this fishy flood? This phenomenon, known as a fish run or beaching, can be triggered by environmental factors. Changes in water temperature, oxygen levels, or salinity can prompt fish to seek refuge closer to shore. In this case, it appears to be a natural event, a windfall for the local community who are seizing this unexpected bounty. We've all had that terrifying thought that you're peacefully using the toilet when a snake lunges out and bites you. The stuff of nightmares. Well, believe it or not, this video shows that fear becoming reality. This is exactly what my nightmares are made of. The video, captured by a homeowner in Manhattan, shows a truly horrifying scene. A large snake erupts from the toilet bowl, its body coiled tightly in a defensive posture. The snake's scales and aggressive stance send shivers down your spine. Thankfully, the homeowner heard the slithering sounds and reacted quickly, avoiding a potential disaster. These slithery creatures can indeed access our pipes through underground sewer systems, making them not only unwelcome guests, but potentially dirty ones too. Let's just say, after watching this, I'm definitely going to check the toilet bowl a few extra times before sitting down. Nature, ever the wondrous mystery box, throws some truly bizarre things our way sometimes. Take these creatures in the next clip, for example. This video, captured by a fisherman, showcases two strange creatures gliding through the water. These elongated white forms resemble snakes at first glance, but their slender, fish-like bodies and distinctive dorsal patterns set them apart. If you get a closer look, you can see features like a mouth, making them appear more like elongated fish. I did some digging online to identify these mysterious creatures. And guess what? They might just be white ribbon eels. Some viewers who've seen the video suspect they could be deep-sea dwellers. But I'm leaning towards a more common eel species we just don't see very often. What do you think? Mention fish, and most people picture harmless little guys sifting through the water. But this next video will definitely change your perspective.
Please welcome Baker Matt.
What a beast! A group of fishermen on a fishing trip stumbled upon a real monster and decided to capture it on camera. This fish is definitely on the larger side. But that's not what's got the fishermen spooked. As the camera zooms in on its mouth, you get a good look at its terrifying teeth. Rows of sharp pointed spikes. These chompers give the fish a ferocious sea monster vibe. Honestly, I can't help but imagine what would happen if you stuck your hand in there. Let's just say it wouldn't come out looking pretty. We've all seen stray dogs, cats, maybe even the occasional bear wandering the streets. But a stray crocodile? Welcome to Maharashtra. This video, captured by a driver in Maharashtra after a heavy rainfall, shows something most people wouldn't expect. A massive crocodile, looking completely at ease, is casually strolling down the street. Cars are parked around it, drivers filming this unbelievable sight. The croc appears to be fully grown, but thankfully it doesn't seem aggressive, and just walks on like it owns the place. After its little walkabout, the croc even decides to take a rest, plopping right down in the middle of the road. Imagine being a pedestrian and seeing this behemoth coming your way. You might think you can outrun it, but trust me, a quick Google search will tell you otherwise. One thing's for sure, India definitely has some unique stray problems. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Remember how we all believed in fairies as kids? Well, what if I told you there's a video that might reignite that childhood wonder?
Look, why do you be eating like that? Feed it! Alright, so let me know. I'm gonna let this stay. Let me know.
Did you catch that? This clip, captured from a live stream, shows something incredibly strange. The streamer is initially filming a tree from afar, with notifications of viewers joining popping up on the screen. Then, they zoom in on a specific knot or hole in the tree trunk. The video ends abruptly, but that's not all. Slowing down and zooming in further on that same spot, you can see a flicker of movement inside the hole. Take an even closer look. Is that a tiny person peeking out? It disappears back inside the tree just as quickly. This little figure looks eerily similar to the fairies we've seen in cartoons and online, just without the wings. Some viewers are convinced it's computer-generated imagery, but to me it looks pretty genuine. The texture and quality of the creature seem to match the surroundings perfectly. Now, if this is real, maybe our childhood dreams of seeing a fairy really aren't so far-fetched after all. Beaches are picture perfect during the day. a place to soak up the sun, catch some waves, and relax. But at night, things can take a turn for the spooky. This video, captured at a beach at night, showcases a truly bizarre sighting. It's nighttime, and everything is shrouded in darkness except for a single light in the distance. As the camera zooms in on the light, a massive humanoid figure emerges from the water. It stands up, seemingly noticing the cameraman, and then starts running towards them. The video cuts out right there, leaving us hanging with this terrifying image. That was creepy. The figure definitely looks unsettling, but something about the light source seems a little off. It could be a hoax, maybe someone in a costume using the light for better visibility. However, even a tiny sliver of doubt is enough to send shivers down your spine. If this were real, let's just say nighttime beach trips would be a thing of the past for me. Ever heard of interdimensional beings? Those creatures that exist outside our own reality. If you didn't, this person captured a video just for you.
Cuando vio eso, se pusieron los vellos como esclavos. Tatuaje ahí corrió todo. Digo, no es algo normal en la casa, porque nunca se ha visto nada.
This clip, captured by a news channel, features an interview with a father and son who accidentally recorded something strange. The father explains that his child was filming his back tattoo. As the camera pans to the son's face and then back to the father, a terrifying creature appears in the frame. The creature looks unnatural, a creepy mix of feline and human feature. The father reveals they've been hearing strange noises and footsteps, adding another layer to the mystery. But then he offers a possible explanation. Traditionally, some Ecuadorian families kept small bones from deceased loved ones, believing the spirits would protect their home. The father suggests these huesitos, small bones, might have something to do with the creature. Seems the family leans towards a ghostly explanation rather than aliens. Whatever this thing is, one thing's for sure, it looks out of place in our world. Respecting animal boundaries is crucial, especially when dealing with wild predators. This TikTok video shows exactly why. This clip is a prime example of why you should never mess with wildlife. We see a tourist vehicle with someone dangling a cloth out the window, right next to a leopard. Unsurprisingly, the leopard gets agitated by the teasing. The tourists try to retract the cloth back into the car, but the angered leopard lunges at them. Luckily, they manage to slam the window shut just in time, preventing the leopard from entering. That was a close call. The leopard was clearly fuming, and it could have caused serious harm if it had gotten inside. But here's the thing. The tourists are entirely at fault in this situation. Annoying a wild animal like this is never a good idea, and honestly, they got what they deserved. Have you ever witnessed a duck madness situation? Well, this video is pure quackery. Talk about a traffic jam. This video, captured by a driver, shows something truly bizarre. In the middle of the road, a white car is surrounded by a swirling mass of thousands of ducks. The sheer number of these feathered friends completely blocks the car's path, bringing traffic to a standstill. The driver must be sitting there thinking, what in the world is going on? So why the ducky ceremony around the car? The most likely explanation is that the ducks mistook the white car for a giant ducky leader. They're simply following their oversized brethren, creating a hilarious and slightly chaotic scene. I know it's not the most scientific theory, but hey, it looks like something straight out of a duck cult ritual, right? The debate about alien existence continues to rage on, with believers and skeptics locked in a cosmic battle. This video from Brazil might just be the evidence both sides need. This clip, captured by local fishermen in Brazil, showcases a truly bizarre catch. In the video, we see a box containing a strange humanoid creature. The lower body appears human-like, but the head is where things get creepy and alien. It has large, exaggerated features, big eyes, prominent ears, and an oversized head. The skin texture seems human, but the facial structure is undeniably alien. The person who captured the creature claims they found it already dead after pulling it in from the water. This raises a ton of questions. What kind of creature is this? Was it an alien? And if so, what was it doing in the ocean? Did it drown? Or was something more sinister at play? The video leaves us with more questions than answers, sending shivers down the spines of believers and skeptics alike. We've witnessed the beautiful, the terrifying, and the compassionate. Now, let's close on a truly bizarre note. What is this? It resembles an old man with strange markings, or perhaps ritual makeup. But that's completely wrong. This appears to be a newborn goat, with the strangest face imaginable. Nature, what happened here? I can't even find its mouth. And those eyes, they look painted on, as if it was born without any. If not for this video, describing it wouldn't even come close to the reality. It leaves you wondering, what other unimaginable oddities does Mother Nature have in store? Bigfoots have remained a mystery since forever. Again and again, people spotted them in the darkest and deepest places. But there are times when Bigfoots are spotted roaming around in the wild in broad daylight as well. For instance, take this video recorded in 2006 by a man named Harley Hoffman, where a Bigfoot was spotted on cameras as he was recording the area. It was huge and had its whole body covered with black hair. The creature, or the Bigfoot, was going somewhere in quite a hurried manner, and the man had to be safe while getting a proper glimpse of it on camera as well. So even though a small chunk, it shows the creature in the most vivid manner. If we talk about the authenticity of the clip, for me, the way the creature was moving and its appearance give the video a genuine look. What do you think? Night has always held secrets beyond our imaginations. For the curious who wander in the deepest regions just to uncover secrets, sometimes things get way scarier than they had ever imagined. For instance, these guys were out at night for a late drive, enjoying the narrow road between the thick bushes and high trees. However, as they moved forward on the path, they saw a creepy figure that sent shivers down their spine. It looked like a person covered in a brown robe, standing on a corner. It did not move at all as the car passed by it. However, the men in the car were surely shaken by this. Also, if we zoom in, I think I can make up a cross around the figure's neck, which makes now the whole individual to appear as a monk. Could this be the ghost of a monk who lost their life in a violent way around those places? What do you think? Just as I mentioned, people love wandering in the deepest regions and many times come out traumatized. Take these, for example. These people had heard about an abandoned tunnel from the World Wars and knew about the rumors of the tunnel being haunted through the locals. But that did not stop them from leaping into the deep tunnel and wandering around to look for any treasure they were supposed to find there. However, instead of what they were trying to find, they encountered a weird figure. In the tunnel, inches away from them, a human-like figure appeared as if walking away from them, and then disappeared in a moment as well. It looked like a human wearing a white uniform. Could it be the lost soul of a military medic? The men turned back and ran away, and the mystery of the ghost remains the same. Whether it was an altered video or whether they actually captured a ghost is a question which remains unanswered, and I will leave that to you to decide. This clip was recorded by a man who ventured into the forest late at night for a purpose unknown to us. He appeared to be alone and had a string flashlight on. When he couldn't find whatever he came here to look for, he turned the light off, and that's when the scary part began. What he recorded made him question what that thing he saw that night was. It was a weird orange flickering that started happening as soon as the man turned his light off, as if someone was there waiting for the lights to go out to start with its scary ritual. The man couldn't bear what he was seeing for much longer, so he ran as fast as he could back to his car. However, the scene that he had witnessed then was enough to give him nightmares for weeks. Personally, it looked like a pretty scary experience, even if it was a prank or something. A woman was busy recording a detailed video of her neighborhood, trying to capture the church right across her street. What she was trying to capture was a figure which, according to her, roamed around their area. As soon as she moved the camera towards the towering trees, she happened to see the exact figure she was talking about. According to her, the figure appears at the exact same spot every couple of days, but as soon as they try to get closer to it, they see nothing, like it vanishes into the wood. The figure, to me, looked like a man wandering aimlessly, like he is lost. Considering the lady mentions the figure disappears as soon as you get close to it, I would consider it to be a lost soul. What do you think? Just like wandering alone in the woods, camping in the woods can be terrifying as well. Even when you are not in the camp, someone else might be. Take these campers, for instance. As they returned to their camp late at night, they saw that an uninvited guest was already wandering around. It was a lioness who, as soon as she spotted humans approaching, left the camp along with a pillow that she liked. As the humans decided to stay in their car for safety purposes, because the lions were still nearby, it returned after a while, going back into the camp, and this time trying to steal the whole blanket. But the honk from the car startled it, forcing it to run away from the camp. The humans, on the other hand, seemed to be enjoying it all. As they returned the next day, they saw the scattered belongings here and there which the lions had munched on and left after getting bored of the toys. I have to say that these guys were pretty lucky. If they had arrived a few hours earlier from their trip and decided to go to rest, then the story would have been a lot more scary. Wandering around in an abandoned building, this man came across something that terrified him to the core. As he moved up the stairs, he sensed something was wrong, and as he focused on the window in front of him, he knew where it was coming from. A figure started appearing on the window gradually, and after a moment, it started getting clearer and clearer, and developed into a proper girl with her hair on her face and a white dress on. After the man got a proper hold of what he was seeing, he thought it was better to run for his life than explore the abandoned and now haunted building anymore. Was it a real ghost encounter, a cleverly edited video, or something else entirely? The answer remains open to your interpretation, inviting you all to draw your own conclusions. Titanoboas have long been extinct. However, time after time, videos come up on the internet where we see snakes so large that we are forced to rethink their extinction. And to prove we have this clip, we have a gigantic snake slithering around in the water in the Amazon River. Even the fisherman was surprised at what it was looking at. Was it just another anaconda? Or was the size too big for an anaconda, and it could be the infamous long-extinct Titanoboa? With the video so short and just a little glimpse of the snake, nothing could be said for sure. I know for a fact that there are very big snakes around that area, but that one looked way too huge. Sometimes nature surprises you from where you have never even imagined, and 9 out of 10 times it is as deadly as anything can be. Take this clip for instance. The man was coming home when the Ring camera mounted on the door recorded him almost hitting into a giant snake hanging on the door. He backed away at the right time, or the snake would have attacked, and it would have ended up really badly for the man. I am thankful this never happened to me, as it would have made me paranoid to even enter my house. The video began with an ordinary scene. 2 dogs and a cow walking down a dusty road. The cow, unbothered, walked off soon, followed by the smaller dog. But the other dog, standing slightly above on the roadside, remained curiously still. Now this could scare anyone who has an idea that there was potential danger lurking where the dog was standing. Suddenly, a blur of spotted muscle emerged from the undergrowth. A leopard, sleek and silent, stalked towards the unsuspecting dog. The dog, finally sensing the danger, let out a startled bark, but it was too late. In a flash of claws and teeth, the leopard pounced, its powerful jaws clamping onto the dog's neck. The struggle was brief, a whirlwind of fur and yelps quickly swallowed by the encroaching jungle. This clip was recorded by a man who was walking in the middle of the woods like his usual day when he heard branches breaking from a side. Surprised and curious, he turned to look that way, and all he could lay his eyes on was a huge creature walking quickly between the trees. The creature was gigantic, had its body completely covered with hair, had a human-like walk, and looked like it was in quite a hurry. The man, astonished, saw the Bigfoot moving in front of his eyes and couldn't even move an inch until it was gone. This video, according to the man, is more than just footage. It's a warning that we humans need to beware. Skunk ape is quite famous in the United States, and notably in Florida, among people who are interested in myths and mythical creatures. This is something they had dreamt of witnessing, at least once in their lifetime, and a man actually ended up not just seeing it with his own eyes, but also recording it on his camera. According to the man who uploaded this video, was going around in the woods, following the small signs he could find, and then he started hearing rustling sounds coming from a side. As soon as he moved the camera up, he could clearly see a huge figure busy with something behind the bushes. He recorded it for around 30 to 40 seconds, and all that time the creature wandered around before leaving the area. Being a security guard on a night shift in a building empty of a single human being can take quite a scary turn at times. A security guard, when he was on his round, in one of the lobbies he started hearing weird noises. As he moved forwards, a figure appeared at the end of the lobby. Considering it could be a human, the guard moved forwards to help him if it was needed, not knowing with every step he was getting closer and closer to a potentially dangerous situation. As he moved forward, suddenly a loud bang was heard.
Niño. ¿Qué pedo? Niño. Manche. Oh man.
And he started running away, now realizing that it was not a normal human being, but a ghost of a child that was standing there, ready to make him its new victim. The guard made it out alive safely, and luckily he had it all recorded. From what I have seen online, the video could also be edited. However, we cannot ignore the genuine terror the guard had in its voice as well. In the middle of the night, as these men were walking by the road, they heard some creepy noises coming quite near them. Intrigued, they stopped to see what exactly was there causing these noises and what it wanted. As they stopped, took their cameras out, and started recording the whole situation. It did not take them long to see the pair of glowing eyes staring at them from the depths of darkness. At first, it was just one eye, which was giving the idea of someone with a flashlight on. But then the creature turned towards the camera, and both eyes were clear enough and scary enough to give chills to both of the men.
Those eyes are wide, too. Look at that. Those are big eyes. Hello.
The video lasted for about half a minute, and all that time the men were standing there looking at the creature which did not try to come out of the darkness. Was it a Bigfoot, or was it just another wild animal with scary eyes? Trail cameras are usually placed to capture animals in their natural habitat, but there are times when they end up capturing things no one would have believed if not filmed. Take this clip, for instance. It was recorded by a trail camera that was mounted on a tree to keep an eye on the animals. And then one night, it recorded not just one or two, but a whole group of ghosts wandering in the woods. One by one, they appear on the screen, making it more and more terrifying as the video continues. The video was uploaded anonymously, so I can't tell anything about its origin. What do you think about it? Recorded a couple of years ago, this video went viral on the internet and had everyone confused when they saw it. The video shows an alien-like creature lying on the ground. The man with the camera kept recording the figure on the ground. At first, it appeared motionless, but after a while, it started moving its hand. As this minute-long video was uploaded on YouTube, it left everyone in confusion. Unlike other videos, this one was recorded in broad daylight, but that does not make it any less scary or creepy. Recorded a couple of months ago, this man swears he spotted something bizarre. As the man was recording the surroundings, he spotted a weird creature on top of the tree, just stalking the nearby animals. Not just the man, but everyone who saw it on YouTube remained bewildered. The man claims the creature was very small with black fur, seemingly shy, as it tried to run away when they got closer. So what was that? This clip is not like any other clip. It will take you to a rather different side of nature, where you will see how animals are not just about attacking and hunting. There are times when they enjoy life too. However, things took a weird turn for this deer when it was trying to make love to what it thought was a doe, but turned out to be nothing but a statue placed by a human. As it broke, it got the deer startled, and it ran away thinking maybe he was a little too hard on the lady and got her broken now. Let's move towards a cuter side of nature where you will witness a chubby wombat come to this man every evening to eat and spend the night. And in the morning, he always goes about his important business. This wombat has carried on this routine for months, and now the man waits every day for his little friend to come and cuddle up with him in the snowy evenings and the rainy night. They have developed a bond which is so rare in this world nowadays. When the night approaches and the humans go to sleep, ever wonder what comes to life then? This video was recorded by a camera set in the home by a family who kept hearing weird sounds coming every night. It wasn't until they placed the camera that they knew what was actually happening. As the camera starts doing its work, a figure appears from the left side of the lobby and floats towards the right before disappearing completely. The family, after seeing the clip, thought it was better to just leave their home and move to somewhere else, hoping that would save them from any further encounters. Do you know the saying that kids can see things adults can't? Well, there's a video that might just prove it. In this video, a family was out in the woods on a trip, and their child spotted something in the distance. When the camera turned towards where the child was pointing, there was indeed a strange white figure among the trees. This figure wasn't moving and seemed to be quietly observing the family, and it gave off an eerie vibe. This mysterious creature looks a bit like a mummy because it's covered in what appears to be long strips of weight fabric, similar to how ancient mummies were wrapped. What do you think about this unusual creature? This video takes place in New Mexico, and it might make you a bit nervous about taking a nighttime drive on a country road. The footage was captured with a dash camera, showing the view of the road. As the vehicle continues on its way, something catches our attention on the roadside. At first, it seems like it might be just a white bag or something similar lying there. But as the vehicle gets closer, we can make out the head of this eerie creature. It's quite ghostly and appears to have a humanoid head hunched over on the side of the road. Its texture and color are white. What's really strange is that this creature doesn't seem to have any legs or a normal body. It's more like a lower snake-like part. Whatever it is, encountering something like this on a nighttime drive is definitely something most people would want to avoid. Have you ever had that eerie feeling that someone's watching you? Well, sometimes that feeling might be spot on. In this video, two friends were traveling from California to Arizona when they came across something really odd. While they were in a mountainous area, one of the friends noticed something lurking in the bushes on the mountain. They started recording, and in the footage, you can see a dark black creature in the distance, seemingly keeping an eye on them. This creature appears to have a humanoid head and resembles an ape or gorilla. However, it's puzzling because there were no nearby forests, and apes and gorillas typically live in forests. The friends claimed it might be a Bigfoot, but it's tough to say for sure due to the limited evidence. Trail cameras are pretty cool because they show us some amazing bits of nature we might not get to see in person. In this video, which was taken with a trail camera, we're looking at a snowy trail. However, there's something strange. As the video begins, a really tall stick-like figure starts moving in the distance. This figure is gigantic and has two long stick legs, and it doesn't seem to have a normal body. It's more like those stickman characters you might have seen. This stickman-like figure casually crosses the road, going about its day as if it's just a regular workday. It's a really strange sight, and I haven't even seen anything like this in movies. This video comes all the way from Russia, and it claims to show a real sighting of the legendary Yeti. In the video, we're in a snowy place, and then, out from behind a tree, a massive creature appears. When you see it, you'll notice just how big this creature is, especially when you compare it to the nearby trees. It's covered in white fur, which might make you think of a polar bear at first, but its sheer size is pretty startling and unusual. What's even more strange is that when this creature takes a few steps, you can see its entire body, and it's standing on two hind legs. Polar bears typically can't do that. So if it's not a polar bear, could it be the legendary Yeti? Or perhaps something even more mysterious and cryptic than that? A group of construction workers, busy with their pipe-laying job, started hearing unusual sounds coming from one of the sewer holes. They got curious and decided to investigate. In the video, you can hear the workers discussing the strange noises coming from the sewer. As they work, one of the workers, recording the scene, moves closer to the sewer hole to get a better look. Suddenly, a weird and creepy head pops out for just a moment before disappearing. This really spooks the workers, and they quickly step back, looking quite startled. Upon closer examination, that mysterious head appeared to be that of a lady ghost. It had a dark complexion and some very odd, alien-like eyes. After this eerie encounter, I wouldn't be surprised if some of these construction workers thought about quitting their jobs the next day. I think horses are some of the most loyal and powerful animals around, but there are things that can even frighten these strong-willed creatures. This video is from a horse stable, showing us the view of the stable with horses in it. Out of the blue, one of the horses gets spooked, as if it sensed some kind of danger nearby. All the other horses in the stable also become uneasy and anxious, like something has entered their space and is causing them fear. After a while, we get to see what's causing all this commotion. It turns out to be a strange, unknown creature. This peculiar entity comes into contact with one of the horses and seems to be doing something to it. The horse, after this encounter, is really scared and calls out for help. What do you think this odd-looking creature could be? Could it be a ghost? This video comes from a hiker who was out exploring the beauty of nature but stumbled upon something quite remarkable. In the video, we're looking at a scene with bushes, and there's someone standing behind those bushes. This figure or creature appears to be covered in black fur. At first, it seems like it might be a bear or a gorilla lurking behind the bushes. However, things take a surprising turn when this figure suddenly stands up, revealing that it's actually a humanoid figure. This unexpected sight spooked the hiker, who wisely decided to make a quick retreat to safety, just in case this strange being decided to follow. Many viewers of this video suggest that it could be the legendary Bigfoot, but the bushes concealing it make it a bit harder to say for certain. Regardless of what it might be, this creature's behavior did give off a somewhat eerie vibe. It's always a good idea to stay away from things you don't understand, or things that might be more powerful than you. This video takes place in Canada and shows a snowy forest area. The person behind the camera seems quite alarmed, possibly because something is chasing them or making them nervous. The camera person zooms in on the woods in the distance, trying to capture whatever it is that's bothering them. Then, they spot a dark humanoid figure walking in the woods. Realizing this, the camera person decides to run away in a hurry. This figure, based on its towering height and the way it walks like a human, seems to resemble the legendary Bigfoot. The hiker also mentioned that they had seen this thing stalking them before, which explains why they were so frightened and uneasy before recording the video. As this family went for a picnic out in the wild, they had no idea what they were about to witness. At first, they spotted just some branch piles, but after some time, they started sensing that someone was following them. As they took their cameras out and started recording, they succeeded in capturing a shadowy figure standing behind one of the trees. It was daytime with everything clear, but still, they couldn't make out what exactly the figure standing was, staring at them. Was it the infamous Bigfoot? Or was it some other mysterious deadly creature lurking in the depths of the woods? For the first few seconds, they did not think much of the creature, but then it started to come closer to them, freaking them out, and so they ended up running away. What was that thing? Recorded and uploaded in 2007 by a security camera mounted on a highway, this clip shows a mysterious creature crossing the road in the scariest manner. In the middle of the night, when hardly any traffic could be seen, the creature, which looked like a crouched humanoid figure, came from one side of the road and disappeared on the other after crossing. If we slow the video down and stabilize it a bit, we can see that the figure clearly had 4 limbs and a head, but it is the walk that makes it unlike any human. As the video hit the internet, it had everyone in shock. No one could tell what it was. To some, it was an alienoid creature, while to others, this was proof of the existence of the famous rake. Ask me, and I'd say I lean towards the idea that this is footage of the rake. What do you think? A hiker exploring the Canadian wilderness stumbled upon a terrifying sight, a crack in a mountain face that harbored something truly unsettling. The video, shot by the hiker himself, shows the interior of the crack. As the camera pans deeper, a creature with an otherworldly appearance comes into view. It has large, black eyes that seem to lock onto the camera lens, and its elongated skull only amplifies its alien-like features. The video is slowed down, allowing us to see the exact moment the creature notices the camera's flash. Viewers are divided on what this thing might be. Some are convinced it's an alien trapped or hiding within the crack. Others offer a more down-to-earth explanation, suggesting it could be an animal like a turkey that somehow fell in. Now, I've seen my fair share of turkeys, but none quite as terrifying as this. Screams. They can express joy, excitement, or sheer terror. But there's something unsettling about hearing unexplained screams echoing through the woods, especially when you're camping. This video, captured by a person camping in the Vimperk forest of the Czech Republic, is sure to raise the hairs on your neck. The clip starts with the cameraman venturing into the forest, where they're met with a series of strange humanoid screams. Sounding scared and confused, the cameraman cautiously approaches the source of the noise. At the 23-second mark, a shadowy figure can be glimpsed briefly in the trees, as the screams escalate in both volume and intensity.
Что kurwa? Się on się przybliżył. Okay, forgot.
The cameraman understandably decides to beat a hasty retreat. The video ends abruptly, leaving us with more questions than answers. What was making those horrifying sounds? The screams do have a human-like quality in terms of tone, pitch, and length. This has led some viewers to compare them to recordings of skinwalker calls, legendary shapeshifters from Native American folklore.
Ha!
The idea of a skinwalker mimicking human screams to lure in prey is downright chilling. This video is definitely creepy, and it serves as a reminder that the forest can hold some truly unsettling mysteries. We all know the blood-curdling hiss of a snake, but have you ever heard a king cobra growl? Buckle up, because this video is about to change your mind about snake sounds. Yup, that's the sound of a very unhappy cobra. This clip features an Indian snake charmer recording their pet king cobra. In the video, the cobra is holding a smaller snake in its mouth, likely lunch. But when the camera appears, the cobra gets miffed. Instead of its usual intimidating hiss, this king cobra lets out a low, guttural growl, like a dog. Apparently, king cobras can produce this growl by filling their lungs with air and rapidly contracting their bodies. This forces air through their vocal cords, creating a sound some describe as a dog's growl. Now that's something you don't hear every day. Let's just say from now on, any growl at night might have me leaping out of bed, even if it's just my dog. The ocean is powerful, unpredictable, and utterly terrifying when it wants to be. There's no arguing with waves. They do what they want, and underestimating them can be a recipe for disaster. This video is a prime example.
You gotta be kidding me.
This clip shows a group of friends who seem to be flirting with death. The video takes place at a rocky coastline with a small pool of water created by the rock's opening. We see 3 friends jumping in and out of that pool, seemingly oblivious to the rising tide. The waves are getting stronger, the water level fluctuating dramatically, yet these guys are acting nonchalant. Things take a turn when they jump in again as a wave approaches. This time the wave sweeps them away from the rocks. Luckily, they're all good swimmers and manage to fight back to safety, scrambling onto the rocks just as another wave crashes down. That was close. This is a scary reminder of how quickly things can change at the beach. Even strong swimmers can find themselves in trouble if they don't respect the power of the ocean. This video should be a reminder for everyone: never underestimate the ocean's power. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Imagine you're driving to work one morning and see a giant industrial chimney coming down. What would you do? I bet it wouldn't be park right there and film it like in this video. This video, captured by locals in China, shows the demolition of a huge old industrial chimney to make way for a new one. In the footage, the chimney crashes to the ground, creating a massive cloud of dust and debris that engulfs everything nearby. Shockingly, a car parked right next to the demolition site seems completely unconcerned. The driver can even be seen filming the event from inside the car. While these demolitions can be impressive, it's important to remember the danger. Falling structures can hurl debris and concrete at incredible speeds, which could easily be fatal. The people recording this were in serious jeopardy. There's something undeniably unsettling about witnessing such a massive structure crumble, but safety should always be the top priority. You ever wonder what the scariest part of a bull is? We can all agree: horns. And this next video takes that fear to a whole new level. This isn't your average farm footage. This video comes straight from a farmer, showcasing his collection of what look like mythical Greek monsters. In bull form, the entire herd sports massive horns, some reaching a staggering 6 or 7 feet in length. These horns look like they could have been carved from tree trunks, but believe it or not, they're the real deal. The undisputed king of the bunch, though, is the bull the farmer's feeding. Just check out those horns. They're so big, I wouldn't be surprised if they could lift 2 or 3 people at once. And those flimsy fence wires? Yeah, I'm not sure they'd stand much of a chance against these beasts. I did some digging and found out that Angkol cattle from Africa are known for their impressive horns. But even for them, this size is extraordinary, bordering on unbelievable. You expect to see ships in the middle of the ocean, but what about the ships of the desert? Now that's something fascinating and a little confusing. Believe it or not, these are camels, not sharks. This video, captured by a fishing boat off the coast of Dubai, shows something truly bizarre. In the footage, you can see two heads bobbing out of the water. Take a closer look, and you'll realize it's not some unknown sea creature, but two camels in the middle of the ocean. These camels are just casually swimming along, seemingly unfazed by the deep water. Now, camels aren't exactly known for their swimming skills. Their bodies are built for surviving in dry environments, with features like specialized nostrils to keep sand out. So, how on earth did they end up in the middle of the sea? Maybe they fell off a ship, or perhaps they just got tired of the sand. We're all familiar with seeing faces in everyday objects, clouds, smoke, even trees. But this next video takes mind tricks to a whole new level. Is it a ghost child lurking in the shadows? This video, uploaded by a homeowner on Reddit with the title "Creepy Illusion," has gone viral. In the footage, the homeowner films their kitchen door, where a strange humanoid head appears to be peeking around the corner. It almost looks like a small child. But as the homeowner gets closer, the truth is revealed. It wasn't a head or a ghost at all, just a plastic bag creating an uncanny illusion. From a distance, it definitely resembled a person. But zoom in, and there's no resemblance of a face left. Talk about a creepy trick of the light. Let's be honest, if I saw that in my house in the middle of the night, I might scream too. This next video comes straight from Thailand and shows a truly shocking discovery. Local villagers were alerted by strange sounds coming from beneath a footpath. When they investigated and broke through the concrete, they found something terrifying. The video shows the broken pavement, revealing a massive crocodile hiding underneath. The villagers are using sticks and mouth traps to cautiously restrain the crossed jaws. The crocodile is clearly aggressive, and things get even more intense. The man with the hammer continues breaking the concrete, uncovering another, smaller crocodile. This one also seems quite agitated and charges towards the onlookers. It was a scary situation, but the question remains, what were these crocodiles doing down there? Based on their size and aggression, it appears they stumbled upon a hidden crocodile nest, most likely dug by the crocs themselves. Crocodiles are either hole nesters or mound nesters. They either dig a hole, usually in sand, to bury their eggs, or they build a mound, usually out of vegetation, and lay their eggs in the center. In this case, it seems the nest grew large enough to reach under the footpath. While the villagers got rid of the immediate threat, it was definitely unlucky timing for the crocodiles. Here's hoping the villagers relocated them back to the wild after this encounter. Next up, we have an absolutely mind-blowing encounter, captured on a deputy's body cam during a high-stakes manhunt in the woods. This is one clip you don't want to miss.
What the f*** was that?
This isn't your typical body cam footage. A deputy was hot on the trail of a suspect who crashed and bolted on foot into the forest during a stormy night. As the deputy joined the search party, something incredible happened. A massive explosion erupted in the distance. The blast was quick, but strange. Slowing down the video reveals an eerie blue light emanating from the explosion, followed by a seemingly impossible second explosion right beside it. The strangest part: no one else witnessed this bizarre event. The search was called off, and upon regrouping at headquarters, the deputy discovered none of his colleagues saw the blue explosion. This has viewers buzzing with theories, with many suggesting alien activity. While that's certainly intriguing, I'm more inclined to believe it could be a transformer exploding. The blue light might have been an electrical short circuit. Whatever the cause, one thing's for sure, this bizarre blast might have inadvertently aided the escape of the fleeing suspect. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Our forests hold their fair share of mysteries, but the ocean takes it to a whole new level. We've barely scratched the surface of its depths, leaving so much unknown. This video offers a glimpse of what might lurk in those unseen parts. This video was captured by a family in Japan who stumbled upon a pair of truly bizarre fish, with their elongated bodies and skins shimmering like something out of a fairy tale. These creatures look like they belong in a myth. Confused about what you're seeing? These are oarfish, deep-sea dwellers rarely encountered by humans. The presence of oarfish near the surface is often a sign of illness, injury, or disorientation. So while this video offers a rare chance to witness these mesmerizing creatures, it's also a reminder of their vulnerability. A bit bittersweet, wouldn't you say? Science unravels a lot of mysteries we once thought were paranormal, alien, or just plain weird. But then you come across something like this video, and it makes you scratch your head. This clip comes straight from Pakistan, where a woman cooking in her kitchen captured a strange phenomenon. In the video, we see a frying pan with water in it, but the water's acting strangely. It's formed a perfect circle around the edge of the pan and is constantly rotating. It's like a mini whirlpool forming right before our eyes. We can hear the sizzle and see the red light on the stove, so we know the pan is hot. Clearly, the heat has something to do with this weird water ring. But why? I scoured the internet for an explanation, but came up empty. My best guess is it's related to how the pan heats from the center and the water reacts to the temperature difference. Anyone out there have a scientific explanation for this? Let's hear it in the comments below. Nature can be both terrifying and breathtaking, and these cloud formations from China are a prime example. Wow, right? This video comes straight from Punning City, China, showcasing a sky spectacle that rivals any Disney movie. Captured by a local resident, the video reveals a truly bizarre yet stunning cloud formation, complete with rainbow-like colors. The cloud itself is a massive circle, crowned by this iridescent phenomenon. It looks like something straight out of a fairy tale. My curiosity got the better of me, so I did some digging. Turns out, this isn't some kind of fairy magic, but a real cloud formation called an iridescent Pileus cloud. Here's the science behind it. Tiny water droplets or ice crystals in the clouds scatter sunlight, creating the rainbow effect. Pileus clouds, also known as cap clouds, form on top of cumulus clouds. Combine these two phenomena, and you get this awe-inspiring view. Seriously, who needs Disney movies when you have skies like this? Security cameras are supposed to make us feel safe, but then they capture stuff like this. Did you see that? This footage comes from a home ring doorbell camera, and it's seriously unsettling. It's nighttime in the video, and there's this strange little black creature wandering around the yard. It's about the size of a penguin, and walks like one too, but something about its shape just seems off. The video cuts out right as the creature disappears behind something. Look, I can't think of any animal that walks like a penguin except, well, penguins. But what in the world would a penguin be doing out there in someone's yard? We've all heard of stray dogs and cats. But a penguin? Seriously, what is that thing? Nature's forces are terrifying. They're uncontrollable, doing whatever they please. But what happens when two of these forces collide? This video will show you.
Headed towards 1 billion views on that last one, so I thought you might like this too. Wild, wild things going on in Iceland.
Talk about being in the wrong place at the right time. This video comes from an Icelandic mountain climber who set out to capture footage of a volcano, but ended up with something far more incredible. The video shows a volcano with a massive tornado swirling right above it. The tornado stretches towards the sky, picking up speed as molten lava flows freely across the ground. This is some seriously wild stuff happening in Iceland. Most tornadoes are just cold, fast winds, but this one's different. It's sucking up smoke and ash from the volcano, making it 10 times more dangerous. Those fumes are toxic, and the heat adds another layer of intensity. Iceland, you crazy! This next clip is straight from Reddit. A user's friend's mom heard a knock on the door at night, and the motion lights went off too, but there was nothing there. The video comes from a motion detecting doorbell camera. It's nighttime, and everything seems quiet. Suddenly, these strange flying things flit in front of the camera. They kinda look like nuggets, but definitely not your typical chicken variety. They're weird shaped, and well, weird. Once they disappear, the motion sensor light kicks on, but whatever it was is long gone. Commenters are buzzing with theories, with fairies being a popular guess. I'm a bit skeptical though. The way they shine and move makes me think it could be a spider web. Look closely, you can see a thin white string holding those three things together, but that still doesn't explain the motion sensor light turning on. Part of me wants to believe in fairies, but the evidence leans towards a spider web. What do you guys think? Fairies or creepy crawly creation? Let me know in the comments. Hell on Earth, or just a weird phenomenon, has people fired up. This video went viral on Facebook, uploaded by Sajid Ali, and it's easy to see why. It looks like a portal straight to the underworld. In the video, Sajid captures a pit of mud bubbling with what seems like boiling water. Flames erupt from the pit, making the whole scene even more intense. Is this really the gateway to hell? Don't worry, we're safe for now. Turns out, this fiery phenomenon is caused by flammable gases escaping the ground during a well digging project. These gases are also responsible for the bubbling mud, creating the illusion of a boiling cauldron, while some in Pakistan are calling it divine punishment, azab. I think whoever found this might have struck gold, or rather gas, free fuel forever. Now that's a jackpot. We all picture fish as small, mindless creatures just swimming around. But when it comes to the depths, things get really scary. This video follows a group of divers venturing into the ocean's depths when they have an unbelievable encounter, a real-life sea monster. We see a diver interacting with a gigantic, ferocious-looking fish. At first, the fish seems calm, even going along with the diver. But things take a turn as the fish gets agitated and tries to attack. Luckily, the diver stays prepared and avoids the chomp. This beast's appearance is seriously scary. Look at those scales on its top. They're like something straight out of a dragon movie. Believe it or not, these giants are called groupers. They're not just monstrous, they're also delicious. You can even find them on some menus. But let's be clear, the one in this video deserves a healthy dose of respect. Otherwise, you might end up being its next meal. They say Indian bus rides aren't for the faint of heart, and this video proves it. Wow, close call. This clip captures the reality of Indian bus commutes. We see the conductor and two passengers standing while everyone else has seats. The bus is flying down the road, and when it takes a sharp turn, the man next to the conductor loses his balance and tumbles towards the door. Just as the door swings open, and the man's about to become a human projectile, the conductor pulls off a superhero move, grabbing his hand and yanking him back to safety. The conductor does it all so smoothly, like it's just another day at the office. Lesson learned, stay clear of the bus door when it's moving, folks. You might not always have a Superman conductor around to save the day. This next clip from Papua New Guinea shows the horror that divers face, especially in the depths of the ocean. Venturing to a depth of 57 meters in the Papua New Guinea Ocean, two divers set out on an exploration mission. As they were documenting their surroundings, one of the divers ahead sensed something approaching from a distance. Suddenly, a shark emerges in the frame, charging towards the diver with intent to attack. In a split-second reaction, the diver uses their leg to fend off the shark, and miraculously it works. The shark changes its trajectory, leaving the diver unharmed. It's a heart-stopping moment, and thankfully the diver's quick thinking and the shark's relatively mild aggression averted what could have been a disastrous underwater encounter at such a depth. Australia is known for its diverse range of creatures, but this video I stumbled upon reveals some truly mysterious inhabitants we've never seen before.
You've got some long fur that was on the creature. There we go. There's a bit of a long fur. It's probably a bit dark to be able to see.
The footage features an interview documentary with Jake Kasser, who captured a truly bizarre creature on film. In the video, Jake comes across a strange creature perched dead on a tree. At first glance, it resembles a brushtail possum from above with its long snout. But upon closer inspection, it becomes clear that this creature is unlike anything we've seen before. With its elongated body, long tail, and weird predator-like teeth, it defies categorization. Jake carefully examines the creature, turning it around to show its body from all angles. It's a perplexing sight. This creature doesn't fit into any known pest category. But this is Australia we're talking about, a land known for its unique and sometimes bizarre wildlife. Perhaps this creature is just another example of the strange and wonderful creatures that call Australia home. Some even suggest it might be a devil rat that's grown to Australian proportions. China's technological prowess never ceases to amaze me, but I never imagined they'd be pushing the boundaries to the point of resurrecting extinct animals. Did that just blow your mind? Believe it or not, this isn't a real dinosaur. It's an expertly crafted animatronic brought to life by Chinese researchers. Just take a look at the texture and realism of this creature. It's like something straight out of Jurassic Park. And the sound effects? They're spot on. With dinosaur roars emanating from speakers cleverly hidden inside its mouth. But what really steals the show is its fluid movements. Watching it gracefully glide across the screen, you'd almost believe it was the real deal. It's a testament to the incredible advancements in Chinese animatronics technology. Now, I can't help but wonder what's next. Imagine full-scale replicas of dinosaurs roaming around. It's a thrilling thought and a testament to human ingenuity. When you're out on a forest hike, always keep an eye on your surroundings, or something like this might be lurking in the woods. The footage is from a hiker exploring the Canadian Acadian forest who noticed a hairy creature stalking him. Initially resembling a bear, the creature gradually reveals its distinctiveness. Its entire body has a humanoid appearance, and it's pretty massive, covered in thick dark brown fur. This creature fits the description of what many people consider the legendary Bigfoot. The way this creature stands still, gazing at the camera, is quite unsettling, because we're uncertain about its motives. It might be just curious about the hiker, or perhaps it sees the hiker as potential prey. So, when you're in the woods, it's important to stay alert, as we can't be sure about the intentions of this Bigfoot-like creature. If the idea of Bigfoot stalking doesn't give you the creeps, this video has something even more unsettling. Recorded by a group camping in a forest, it captures a strange figure standing in front of the camera with glowing eyes. This watcher appears to have some sinister intent, and it's unnerving for the campers. In terms of appearance, this creature looks humanoid as we can discern its outline in the darkness, and it's quite human-like. The way its eerie, lifeless eyes stare at the camera genuinely frightens me. The darkness surrounding the creature adds an extra layer of unease. After recording the video, the group packed up and left, yet the creature remained, watching them. Whatever that creature was, it has made me swear off camping the forest forever. When we think of frogs, we often picture them as lazy, chubby creatures just sitting around, right? But have you ever seen them hunting? This video comes from a house in Florida and was recorded by a family member. In the footage, we see a view of a glass window, and on it, a large moth is strolling. The woman behind the camera is capturing this scene when suddenly, a frog jumps and attacks the moth. The frog swiftly bites the upper body of the moth, and half of it ends up in the frog's mouth. Witnessing this unexpected attack, the woman recording the video becomes surprised and fascinated.
Oh my god! Get a video! I am filming!
Following the capture, the frog holds the moth in its mouth, and the internal liquid from the moth drips all over the glass window. Personally, I find the way the frog clings and holds onto the moth during all of this quite fascinating and intriguing. After watching this video, it becomes evident that frogs are not creatures to underestimate. Art imitates life, and life imitates art. Until now, I thought this didn't apply to science fiction or horror movies. They seemed like the work of an overly imaginative bunch of people. But after watching this clip, I'm seriously doubting that. I don't know where art ends and reality begins.
What is happening?
A couple is driving through what they claim is somewhere near Niagara Falls. See all these people? They seem to be It's as if somebody yelled statue, and people froze in whatever position they were in. This scene is straight out of a horror flick. If I were in that car, I'd lose my marbles. This just freaks me out. I really hope this is some kind of act or silent protest, and that all these people are voluntarily standing still. If not, I have no logical explanation for this. But one thing's for sure, I'm not going to Niagara Falls anytime soon. What is the one thing you look for the most when you're on vacation? For me, it's peace. I want to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and enjoy some quality solitude. Well, this next clip might make that peace a distant dream. This person is showing off their Airbnb booking. Looks great, doesn't it? Cozy bed, nice interiors and furniture, a beautiful bathtub, and plenty of wardrobe space for your belongings. But wait, there's a dark twist. Hidden inside one of those wardrobes is a secret chamber. And it's not just a small space. It's big enough for a few people to walk around and possibly stalk the occupants. But that's not all. This secret chamber leads to another hidden room, a full-size room. It gives off serious serial killer vibes. Why would someone construct such a space and then rent it out? What secrets is the owner hiding? This gives me a very bad feeling. Next time you're on vacation, make sure to thoroughly check your room. You never know what might be lurking behind those walls. Let's raise the horror quotient with this bizarre and chilling video. This person is out in the wild at night. You can hear a river flowing nearby, and the only light comes from the camera or a flashlight. At first, nothing seems out of place. But as they pan the camera around, they spot something unsettling. It looks like a man sitting on the riverbank. But what would someone be doing there at this time, in the pitch black with no light? He seems completely unfazed by the person recording him. He turns slightly to acknowledge the camera, but with no significant reaction. Now, here's where it gets terrifying. Look closely. He's not wearing any clothes. His skin looks bleached, almost white as if burned or decomposed. And his face, just below his eyes. There's something reflecting the light very brightly. Our person tries to get closer, and then the man slowly slips into the water and disappears. Who was that? Or what was that? Definitely not a living person? Is this evidence of the underworld? Was that a corpse caught between life and death? The eerie calm of this video really creeps me out. There's so much we don't know about our reality. What if that thing had attacked our cameraman? It's beyond me why people take such risks in life. Speaking of life and death, our next clip shows just how fragile and unpredictable life can be. One moment you're laughing and enjoying time with friends, and the next, it's all over. Fair warning, this clip ends in tragedy.
Вот, это уже не я. Нет места. Вот, так я уже эту всю флешку снимал. Ничего себе.
These guys seem to be somewhere in the wild. Judging by their attire, they might be construction workers. There's a bear just outside their cabin, and their dog is trying to chase it away. The men are laughing, completely unaware of the danger they're in.
Сейчас она ему поймает.
Watch closely. Another bear appears, then another. That's 3 full-grown bears. Yet, our men still don't take it seriously, or take any precautions. Suddenly, the biggest bear of them all attacks, and the clip ends there. Tragically, it was reported that they didn't make it. There are a lot of lessons here for all of us. First, stay away from places where you might encounter wild animals. Second, if you ever do, treat them with the utmost respect and caution. Third, protect nature and stop encroaching on wild spaces. The bear acted on instinct. It's these men who lost their survival instinct. So remember to respect the wild and always take caution. We've seen a lot of weird and bizarre stuff on this channel, but I don't remember coming across a haunted Alexa until now. Yes, we're about to witness a haunted Alexa. This video comes from a 20-year-old man who isn't religious and doesn't believe in ghosts or spirits. But even he agrees there's some strange energy in his house. While he was doing laundry in his living room, his Alexa started playing old songs at a low volume in the bedroom. He doesn't listen to these kinds of songs at all. So, 2 questions. 1. Why is Alexa playing these songs? 2. Who instructed Alexa to play them? There's no one in the room. He also claims this isn't the first weird experience he's had. He's seen things move by themselves and heard unexplainable crashing sounds. Here's a twist you didn't see coming. Our man claims all of this started after his girlfriend brought home 2 old dolls. You can see them there, the ones in the gold box. So, could these dolls really be haunted? If they can make Alexa play songs, what else can they do? I'm afraid I'll develop pediophobia if I see any more of these haunted doll videos. For those who don't know, pediophobia is the fear of dolls. What's more dangerous? Haunted dolls or the fear of haunted dolls? If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. Our next clip is another reason why you shouldn't venture out to unknown abandoned places at night.
Esto pasó ayer en Barquisimeto. ¿Qué creen ustedes que pueda haber sido?
Here we have some bikers who've captured something very weird and creepy. What is that? Is it a person? A life-size statue? And what's with that bizarre posture? Wait, look closely. The clothes are moving with the wind. So, is this a real person just frozen there? And where exactly are they? What are these bikers doing there at this time? Do they know what that is? If not, why is there no panic among them? This clip is bizarre in so many ways. I just hope our bikers made it out safe. Next up is a clip about one of the most discussed, debated, and controversial creatures ever, Bigfoot. The Bigfoot conspiracy just never seems to go away. Every time we think we've seen it all, another video surfaces to stir up the whole debate.
What the hell? What is that?
Here we have 2 hikers trying to find the perfect spot to camp. They're excited about their location, thinking it's an ideal spot. But then, they see something walking nearby. It's an all-black humanoid bipedal figure. Here's the weird part. The creature goes and hides behind a tree, almost like it knows it doesn't want to be seen. Our hikers, not wanting to take any risks, decide to get out of there quickly. So what do you think? Is this real footage of Bigfoot? Or is it an elaborate setup for views and fame? I'm on the fence about this one. There isn't enough evidence to say if it's real or not. Let us know what you think about this latest Bigfoot footage. From one conspiracy that never goes away to another, unknown flying objects, or as they're now called, unknown aerial phenomenon.
I got this recliner. My neck would be broke right now. Damn.
Here's a man recording a bright, flashy object moving in the sky. It's twinkling, and there's no sound. It's quite high up. All we can see is a flashing dot of light. After a while, another one appears, moving from the opposite direction. Now we have 2 of them, moving in the same direction. So what are these? Can we attribute their source to something extraterrestrial, or is there a simpler, more earthly explanation? Could they just be satellites in high Earth orbit, and our cameramen, not knowing much about it, is confusing them for something else. There isn't enough material here to say conclusively one way or another. One thing's for sure, we're not seeing shooting stars. We're seeing something real. We just don't know exactly what it is. Our next clip is a stark reminder of how unpredictable life can be. You can be doing nothing wrong and still end up in a freak accident. This video is from inside a public transport bus. Everything seems normal. Suddenly, a deer comes crashing through the front. Glass is flying everywhere, and the commuter in the white shirt takes the brunt of it as the deer flies right at him. The deer is confused and hurt, and the commuter instinctively tries to kick it away. No one can plan or prepare for such an event. Let's see the footage from the front. It's just a normal road, other vehicles passing by. Our bus goes past a signal, and from the side, a deer comes running and jumps directly into the front glass of the bus. Look at the speed and force with which the deer impacts the glass. It's surprising it wasn't hurt more. This could have ended badly for so many. The deer could have died on impact. The commuter could have been seriously injured if the deer had hit him directly a few seconds earlier, and the deer could have hit the driver, causing the driver to lose control and potentially tumble the bus, leaving everyone injured, including people in nearby vehicles. These people were incredibly lucky. It's a reminder that life is fragile and unpredictable. Things can change anytime without warning, so cherish every moment of your life. I really want to know what's happening in this next clip, because I have no explanation for it.
And play that right now if you're here with me right now. Thank you.
This man is communicating with a musical toy of some sort. He asks the instrument to play music if it is with him right now, and it plays. Next, he asks if it's a male. No response.
Are you a male or female? Play that if you are a male. Are you a female? Thank you.
Then he asks if it's a female, and it plays the music again. So, what's happening here? Is he really communicating with some sort of spirit that can only communicate through this instrument? How many of you remember the first season of Stranger Things? You remember Will communicating with his mom using the lights in the house. Well, does our world have an upside down too? I'm really baffled by this. If you have an explanation, let us know what it is. If you have an attic in your house, first install lights and a camera there. We've seen a lot of attic videos recently that have left us shivering. This person is trying to record something in the attic. What is that, little aliens? At first glance, they're creepy, but on closer inspection, they're not extraterrestrial. These are obviously some kind of birds that have nested in the attic. The way they stand and their eyes give an illusion of something otherworldly. I'm relieved this attic video didn't terrify us like the others. But seriously, take my advice and install lights and a camera in your attic. You never know what you might find up there. Mother Nature can be as beautiful as she is terrifying. We've all enjoyed a stunning sunset on the beach or a refreshing drizzle on a hot day. That's nature being nurturing, but she also has a fury that's beyond terrifying.
Hey, sampai lu jalan.
Look at this storm. Look at that fury. If those strong winds can do that to a tree, imagine what they could do to a person standing there. They'd go flying. I can't get over this. As terrifying as it is, it's also fascinating. We've built a modern world that protects us from nature's fury to a large extent. But imagine what our ancestors had to endure. Life was all about survival. Today, we take our world for granted, but the world we've built is like a house of cards. Electricity, mobile phones, the internet, all of these could come crumbling down at any time. We need to learn and teach our kids how to survive in nature just in case. We've seen some bizarre stuff on this channel, but here's one I never thought I'd see. This clip is from Vashon Island. What bizarre sight are we about to witness on an island? Well, yes, that is real. A tree has grown around an abandoned bike, engulfing and swallowing half of it, leaving the other half for us to see and admire. Our human lives are short, living moment to moment. But for the universe, things happen on a much larger scale, over years, decades, centuries, and millennia. Imagine a small sapling growing. Some kid, a few decades or half a century ago, left their bike there for some reason. The sapling grew around the bike initially, and over the years, it slowly lifted the bike a few feet above the ground as it grew. How fascinating would it have been if we had a time-lapse video of this? Here's some nightmarish stuff. All those alien movies with weird and terrifying creatures eating other living things. They send chills down your spine. Well, they're not always the product of some creative director's imagination. More often than not, they're inspired by real-life creatures that most people wouldn't normally see. Here's one such creature. This is a cuttlefish. Look at how it shoots its tentacles out and pulls its prey in. Absolutely terrifying. Now, imagine that fish being 10 or 15 feet long and you're the prey. I need to make a mental note. Never do something as stupid as exploring the ocean. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. We've got plenty of ghost videos on this channel, and after a few hundred, you get an idea of where most ghosts are caught on camera, usually in dark, wild, abandoned places. But until now, I've never come across a ghost video from a gym in broad daylight. Well, there's a first time for everything.
Sí, parece que eso es una energía muy mala.
Ay, Dios mío, ¿qué le pasó?
Mamá, mire.
No, Dios, no, eso no es normal.
This man is exercising in a gym. He's the only one there. Weird things start happening, but he doesn't notice them at first. See those ropes rocking back and forth, even though nobody touched them, and then the light goes off in the stairway. Next, the medicine ball rolls over by itself. This spooks our man. He grabs his things to get out of there, but the ball rolls even further. As he's trying to make his way out, something pulls him by his legs and drags him across the floor. This is absolutely terrifying. Imagine the power it must take to lift and drag a person by the leg. This doesn't look staged at all. That man had nothing attached to him like strings to fake this. Whatever happened here is real. The only question is what? How comfortable are you now going to the gym and working out by yourself? After all this horror and terror, let's watch something beautiful. How do we humans court each other? We dress up, look good, and probably display some masculinity for men and elegant accessories for women. Maybe a romantic dance. But in the animal world, it's very different. Take these bald eagles, for example. Look at their courtship ritual. The male eagle is pursuing the female. After catching up, they lock their feet and do a free fall, spinning around. It's amazing to see how different species have evolved unique rituals that suit them. This breathtaking dance is both a display of strength and a test of trust, showing just how diverse and beautiful nature can be. In the next 3 videos, we're going to see something we can't explain. Seemingly ordinary places and setups, but something unexplainable happens. Let's start with the first one.
Donnie? Donnie? Someone just played the piano!
Here's footage from someone's living room. A lady is going about her daily chores when suddenly the piano starts playing by itself, or something invisible played the piano. She immediately calls out for Donald, telling him that someone just played the piano.
Someone just played the piano! Someone just played the piano! I don't know.
The video is grainy, probably to protect the privacy of the people in it, but the reaction of the woman and the sounds in the video appear natural. So how is this possible? Is there an explanation for this? Next up, we have footage from what looks like a hospital. There's a gurney in the hallway. Watch what happens next. Something invisible just lifted the gurney and adjusted its position from lying down to sitting up. There doesn't appear to be any foul play involved. So, how did that happen? Is there any scientific explanation that makes sense here? I can't think of any. The fact that this footage is from a hospital makes it even more disturbing and scary. This next clip takes the cake. This seems to be footage from someone's living room. See that rocking chair? There's nobody in the room, yet it's rocking back and forth. We could write this off as wind blowing from somewhere, causing the chair to move, but then observe closely. The chair stops rocking for a brief moment, as if someone got up from it, and then it starts rocking again. Next, the furniture in front of the chair moves as if pushed by an invisible force. Then, a pillow on the sofa is moved, and another pillow falls to the floor. The furniture in front of the chair is pushed further with some force. That's too many unexplained things happening in one video. So, what do you think of the last 3 clips? Is there any way to explain what happened in these videos? It's clear there was no human interference. There seemed to be some invisible force influencing the physical world. This begs the question, are ghosts and spirits real? If it's ghosts in each of these videos, why is their influence so limited? Why don't we see them doing more substantial and dangerous things? Or is it something far crazier, like the colliding or overlapping of universes, causing a momentary glitch? I'm just thinking out loud here. Maybe all of this is true, or none of it is. All I know is we can't explain these events in conventional terms. If any of you have theories, do share. Do you believe in ghostly possessions? If not, then this video might make you reconsider.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم.
In this eerie footage, a man explores an abandoned house that appears to have been deserted for quite some time. As he records the desolate interior, he comes across a strange sight. Startled by this unexpected discovery, the cameraman's fear intensifies, prompting him to recite prayers.
الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
To his horror, as he begins chanting, the cameraman's terror escalates as he witnesses this inexplicable sight. Still trembling with fear, the cameraman cautiously approaches the toy and kicks its head to determine if it's somehow alive. Finding no response, he hastily retreats, ending the video. The eerie phenomenon is sure to haunt the cameraman's nightmares for weeks to come, leaving us questioning the unseen forces at play in the abandoned house. We all know that sharks are fearsome predators with formidable hunting skills. But have you ever wondered what their main weapon, their teeth, looks like from the inside? As they attempt to remove the hook, they have to forcibly open the shark's mouth. What they find inside is truly daunting. The shark's mouth is lined with rows of menacing, dagger-like teeth in both its upper and lower jaws. Its jaws, tongue, and the interior of its mouth resemble something out of a nightmare. These teeth, each as sharp as a knife, are the very tools that make sharks such formidable predators of the ocean. Just imagine the devastation they could cause with a single bite. You can also see its mouth extended a bit, which also shows its formidable hunting capabilities. Ever come across someone doing something so reckless that you can't help but wonder what they were thinking? Well, this video takes that to the extreme. Filmed in Russia, the footage shows a foolish man standing inside a bear enclosure. In an attempt to show off his bravery, he unwittingly attracts the attention of a curious bear. As the bear approaches, the man's bravado quickly turns to fear. With no escape route, he jumps into a nearby water stream. To his surprise, the bear follows suit. The man, now swimming for his life, realizes the gravity of his mistake. The video cuts off, leaving us to ponder the dangerous consequences of such reckless behavior. It serves as a stark reminder of the importance of respecting wildlife and the dangers of attempting to prove one's bravery in foolish ways. What if the bear had reached the man before he jumped into the water? The possibilities are endless, highlighting the need for caution and common sense. We've all marveled at octopuses in their underwater domain, but have you ever witnessed one making its way across a sandy beach? This clip from Miami Beach captures a remarkable sight. A large octopus stranded on the sand, despite being out of its natural aquatic habitat. The octopus skillfully begins to crawl across the sand. Using its tentacles, much like it would in water, the octopus propels itself forward with surprising speed and agility. It's fascinating to see how the octopus adapts its movements to traverse the sand, creating depressions with each step. However, there's something both fascinating and slightly unnerving about the idea of encountering this octopus while enjoying a leisurely day at the beach. It serves as a reminder of the incredible adaptability and resourcefulness of these creatures, even in unfamiliar environments. In this video, a guy's filming on the beach, and he stumbles upon something that's straight up shocking. Right there on the sand, super close to where the waves are crashing in, is this massive crocodile head. But here's the wild part. There's no body, just the head. And it looks like it's been chopped clean off. The side of the head that's showing is huge, way bigger than you'd expect. I've got to say, it's pretty startling to see. You'd never expect to find a crocodile's head like this, especially at the beach by the ocean. Crocs don't hang out in the sea, right? So, it's got me scratching my head, wondering how it ended up there. Was it some kind of fierce fight out in the wild? Or something else? Honestly, I find it a bit creepy and sad too. It's not every day you see something like that, and it's a bit of a reality check about the wild stuff that happens in nature that we don't always see. In this video, we see it from the perspective of a man and his friend who have stumbled upon an intriguing tunnel in a wall late at night. Motivated by curiosity, they decide to investigate where this tunnel might lead. The friend leads the way with a flashlight, and the man with the camera follows into the narrow passage. As they progress further into the tunnel, they pause to scan the area with the flashlight. Suddenly, an unidentified, furry bipedal creature darts out from the depths of the tunnel towards them. The details are unclear due to the poor lighting, but it's evident that the animal is unlike any typical wildlife they've encountered before. Understandably alarmed, the two individuals make a quick and frantic retreat, managing to escape the tunnel. It's one of those encounters that's both thrilling and a little bit terrifying. It makes you wonder what's lurking in the shadows when we're not paying attention. Personally, I'm glad they got out okay, but part of me is super curious about what that creature was. In this intriguing video, a man is driving when he comes across a sight that is as baffling as it is fascinating. Captured from his car, the footage shows a small, thin figure making its way across the street. The figure has the shape and appearance of a human, but is remarkably miniature, standing at about 50 to 60 centimeters, or around 20 inches in height. It's clear from the video that this isn't a child. The proportions are all wrong. The figure is too slender, more akin to a miniature adult than anything else. It's as though an adult has been scaled down by some fantastical shrink machine. The existence of such a being on a regular street is a profound deviation from the ordinary and naturally raises a multitude of questions. Where did it come from? What is it exactly? The footage doesn't provide clear answers, but it does offer a glimpse into the extraordinary, challenging my perceptions of what is possible. Personally, I find the video intriguing, and I can't stop wondering if this is not just an edit. The video presents a tense, yet remarkable encounter on a forest path where a man finds himself in an incredibly delicate situation. Filmed by another individual from a safe distance, we observe the man standing motionless with his hands raised as he faces two bears. In this intense moment, one of the bears approaches the man, being curious. The bear moves in closer, seemingly trying to decipher what this human presence means within its natural habitat. The man, for his part, remains impressively composed, understanding that sudden movements could be interpreted as a threat by the wildlife before him. The bear's investigative sniffing is a critical moment of interaction between species, and the video cuts off, leaving the outcome unresolved. These kind of encounters freak me out. I am well aware of the possibility of encountering a bear while hiking, but I think that nothing can prepare you for the moment you meet these terrifying creatures while enjoying nature. I don't know how I would react. In this video, you're seeing something unusual and intriguing through what seems to be a microscope. There are two orange worm-like creatures arranged end-to-end in a circle. They're moving in a peculiar way, almost like the way our intestines move when they push food through our system. These creatures could be some type of small worms or another kind of microorganism using this movement to get around. What they're doing in that circle is a bit of a mystery. It could be part of their way of eating, moving, or something else we don't understand without more information. Personally, I find it fascinating to catch a glimpse of these tiny life forms. I am not sure what these creatures are, and I am very curious about it. If you know what could they be, write in the comments. The video showcases a series of intriguing photographs capturing the remains of an unusual animal found on an ocean shore. The visuals reveal an animal with fur, positioned belly up, displaying distinctive claws and fangs. A sight that certainly piques curiosity and perhaps a bit of mystery. From the images and the accompanying story, we learn that this peculiar find was made following a storm, suggesting that the turbulent weather may have played a role in bringing the creature to the shore. The mention of experts proposing that it could be a skunk adds an interesting twist to the tale. Skunks are not typically associated with oceanic environments, making this explanation both surprising and a topic of speculation. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing. It really helps me keep this channel going. The video presents an unusual sight, filmed from the safety of a woman's home. She captures footage of a creature that defies easy categorization, appearing as a hybrid between a rat and a worm. This peculiar animal moves along the ground near a wall, showcasing characteristics that are both fascinating and a bit unsettling. With the body and movement reminiscent of a worm, combined with the tail of a rat, this creature presents a unique visual puzzle. Its size is notable too, measuring at least 15 centimeters or 6 inches in length and possessing a substantial thickness. The way it moves, akin to the undulating motion of a worm, adds to the intrigue surrounding its appearance. This video makes me very curious of what this creature can be. I am sure I have seen it around somewhere, but I can't remember where. The video captured by a surveillance camera inside a mosque presents a compelling and mysterious scene. It shows individuals dressed in white engaging in prayer or meditation, seated on their knees with their heads and bodies bowed in reverence. A humanoid shadow materializes suddenly, with no apparent source or explanation. This shadowy figure captures our attention as it moves with purpose across the room. Its destination seems to be the door, and as it reaches this threshold, the figure appears to dematerialize or vanish into thin air, leaving no trace of its presence. The appearance of such a figure makes me raise questions and speculations about its nature. One interpretation offered is that it could be a jinn, a being from Islamic mythology known for its ability to shape-shift and appear in various forms, often invisible to the human eye. What do you think this could be? The video captured from a parking lot in a residential area of New Jersey showcases an extraordinary and unusual sight that is as bewildering as it is fascinating. The person behind the camera manages to record a bear. Remarkably, the bear is seen walking on 2 legs, much like a human, as it navigates the street with an almost casual demeanor. As the bear approaches a trash can, it continues to maintain its bipedal stance, peering inside the container with a level of curiosity and scrutiny one might expect from a person rather than a wild animal. Despite this human-like investigation, the bear seems to find nothing of interest, and maintaining its upright posture, decides to simply move on, minding its own business. Personally, I find this video both amusing and a little awe-inspiring. It's a reminder of the unexpected wonders our world has to offer, and the sometimes thin line between human and animal behavior. The video in question offers a glimpse into an extraordinary and somewhat unsettling sight, captured from the back of a truck that's transporting animals. The person filming has stumbled upon a creature that, at first glance, seems to resemble a cow. However, upon closer inspection, it's clear this is no ordinary cow. The most striking feature is the animal's head, which appears to be split in half by a pronounced line that divides not only the head, but also the mouth and tongue. As a result, when the cow opens its mouth, 2 tongues are visible, extending outwards in an unusual display. This peculiar physical trait makes the animal a subject of fascination and speculation. Without knowing more, it's challenging to determine the exact nature or cause of this unique appearance. It could be a rare genetic mutation, or perhaps a condition not commonly seen by the general public. On a personal note, encountering such a distinctive creature is a reminder of how vast and surprising nature and its anomalies can be. I'm sure most of us would call it a cryptid if we saw it in the wild. The video, captured by a surveillance camera overlooking the yard of a house, depicts a tense and alarming scenario. It shows an individual armed with nothing but a long stick in a desperate attempt to defend themselves against a formidable threat. The tension escalates rapidly as two bears charge into the yard, their intentions unclear, but their presence undeniably menacing. While one of the bears decides to move on, the other, undeterred, launches an attack on the person. The bear's powerful leap results in the individual being knocked to the ground, a moment that must have been fraught with terror. On a personal note, maybe we should keep our homes away from their animals' habitat. The video captures a harrowing instance of nature's immense power through the occurrence of a massive landslide. Viewers are presented with the unsettling sight of countless rocks and debris, unleashed with formidable force as they barrel down a hillside. The target of this relentless onslaught is a metal bridge, a structure that one might assume to be sturdy and resilient, engineered to withstand various stresses. However, the landslide spares no mercy, demonstrating that even the most solid human-made constructions can be vulnerable to the forces of nature. The bridge is ultimately overwhelmed and destroyed, succumbing to the sheer volume and power of the moving earth. Watching this video evokes a deep sense of humility and respect for nature. The destruction of the metal bridge gives us a lesson about how fragile we and our creations are. This video captures a heart-stopping moment from the perspective of someone who has reached the summit of a mountain after a hike. Their camera pans to a scene unfolding below where a family, consisting of both adults and children, is seen hiking along a path. From the opposite side, emerging from the forest, a bear is spotted running towards them, setting the stage for a potentially terrifying encounter. Despite the distance, the presence of the bear injects a palpable tension into the scene. Remarkably, as the bear draws closer, the family's reaction is one of composed stillness rather than panic. This calm response seems to influence the situation significantly. Midway between the forest's edge and the family, the bear halts its approach, perhaps deterred by the group's tranquility or simply losing interest. After a tense pause, with the bear showing no signs of resuming its advance, the family cautiously continues along the path, aiming to put distance between themselves and the wild visitor. I admire how calm they remained in that situation, and that is what we should all do if we ever get in this situation, no matter how terrified we are. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.